Is the life of a kid in a foreign country fortunate or unfortunate? My name is Prameen and I moved from India to Korea when I was just 6 months old. I'm living here in Korea for about 14 years now. When I was young, around 2 years old, I was very cranky and I had trouble talking. My parents took me to see some doctors, but they couldn't figure out why. Later, we realized that it might have been because I was surrounded by too many languages. Tamil, my mother language at home, Korean at nursery, and English and Hindi with some foreigners and Indian friends. Maybe I might have been confused at that age. I think kids need a strong social environment for them to learn their language, culture, and good behavior. But it's hard to learn everything just at home. Eventually, my parents came to the conclusion to start my kindergarten through an English medium. Slowly, I improved my English fluency with the help of my parents and teachers. However, I couldn't find peers of my age group to interact with in English. This atmosphere left me in a situation to stay with adults who knew English rather than kids of my own age. Fortunately, I wasn't lonely because my parents were always on my side by prioritizing me and spending quality time with me. I remember when talking to my grandparents who didn't know English, and I had to repeat what my parents said because I didn't know much Tamil until I was 9 years old. Maybe I might have missed some fun time with my grandparents because of this language barrier. Since I was now mingling with kids of my age group, I started learning kids' activities like swimming and cycling later than usual. Most foreign kids like me, especially in a country where English isn't much spoken, have to deal with similar problems like being surrounded by many languages. I remember that when I was 6 years old, during my vacation trip, I got to celebrate one of the significant South Indian festivals called Pongal. I was so astonished to see lots of rituals, religious customs, and big relatives gathering. However, it took me a long time to understand how Indian festivals were celebrated and their significance. My parents told me that Indian weddings last for a week, but here in Korea, as you all know, they're only a few hours long. I've only been to one Indian wedding, my aunt's, and it was just a quick trip. Even though it was a quick trip, it was very close to my heart because that was the first time I got a chance to see my entire relatives, family members, and religious priests. There were many wedding customs with different attires related to religious practices. Whenever my relatives attend a wedding or festival, I wish I could be there too. It's moments like these that emphasize the separation between my heritage and my current circumstances. Even though India and Korea are both in Asia, they're very different in terms of language, lifestyle, weather, and food. But somehow my mom helped me to learn more about the Indian culture, religion, and customs. Without her, I wouldn't have known as much about my Indian heritage. Over time, I got better at English and Tamil. I can also speak some Korean too. I'm even learning a bit of Spanish in middle school. Learning different languages isn't just about communicating. It's also about learning another's culture and their way of living. Making friends with people all around the world, like my friend from Saudi Arabia, was very fun. Even though we studied for about 2 years, we're still close friends because we respect each other's culture and religion. Even though I missed lots of memories growing up in Korea as a foreign kid, I think I gained a lot too. I can adapt to new situations easily and I can speak more than 3 languages, which is very cool. I think if I was in India, I might have stayed in my comfort zone, which would not have made me as extroverted and open-minded as I am now. While I had a few options in my childhood other than communicating with adults, I believe that has helped me to sprout and strengthen my adaptability. I feel that everyone faces both fortunate and unfortunate situations in life, but taking steps and putting in effort really matters. It could change unfortunate situations into stepping stones which could later develop a new skill, like in my case, adaptability. My adaptability gives me confidence that if I ever move to any place, I won't be scared because I know I can make friends and fit in easily. Knowing different languages and cultures helps me feel comfortable talking to all kinds of people and being part of the community. Looking ahead, I feel confident about facing whatever challenges that come my way. Embracing different languages and cultures has not only enriched my life, but also has shaped my perspective of the world. As I continue my journey, I'm grateful for the opportunities and experiences that have shaped me into who I am today. I'm excited to see where life brings me next and to continue learning and growing along the way. I'd like to end my speech with a quote by author and motivational speaker Garrison Wynn. Action and adaptability creates opportunities. Thank you.